Hello, good morning, welcome to Ideal World. I'm Hayley. It's great always to have your company. You are joining us for a fabulous hour, one of my favourite hours of the week. It is the Planet Cruise actual TV show. We've got the most incredible cruises, and they really do make, they're an award-winning cruise company, a cruise agent that's actually makes bespoke holidays just for you. So whatever you're looking for, whether you want to add on a stay or whether you want to book excursions, you can book everything through Planet Cruise. But I'm not alone, and we've got so much to get through. I'm going to speak to them straight away. We've got two fabulous guests. Look how lucky I am. Not one gentleman, but I've got two. I can't believe it. So Justin, great to meet you.
Yeah, lovely to be back
Great
again.
to have you with us. You've got a massive background on cruising. Tell us a little bit about yourself quickly.
Yeah, well, I was cruising for 6 years with P&O, so, you know, if it's near water, I've been there. And the great thing is experience it firsthand is the best way of, you know, explaining to the people at home. And that's the great thing. People like Glenn, myself, and all the guys at Planet Cruise, they've either worked on a ship or they're immersed in the cruise industry. So just ask any of the questions when you get on the phones. And
that is the wonderful thing about Planet Cruise. Glenn, great to meet you as well.
Hiya.
Virtually everybody that works at Planet Cruise, so when you jump onto that phone line, and then do notice it's a different number to normal, and it's a free number, so jump on that phone line as soon as you see something that you like. Everybody's worked on a cruise. They know the ships. You know all the areas you're going to.
Yeah, I've done 10 years on ships, so I beat you by 4. But now I actually work in the office now, so I'm actually selling the cruises. So we have all of our brilliant clients phoning in, and so we can pass on our experience, we can recommend places to visit. And I used to be the tours manager on board, so I used to organise all the excursions on there, so I know most places.
And you have a huge people that come back to
we have people booking all the time.
Again,
they keep coming back to us. They thoroughly enjoy the cruises because we can do things for them. It's not just a cruise. We can add on flights. We can put hotels in there as well and make the perfect holiday for them. So
now, something happened the other day, didn't it? A ship sailed in. I saw a picture of this. It looked amazing.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, a ship did sail into Southampton, which is not the first time this week.
Just the one.
But it was the Beast that came in this week.
It was the
It's
Beast.
the brand new,
the baby.
The brand new Anthem of the Seas.
Look at that picture. You can see it coming through the mist. Because where I was, it was a glorious day.
Yeah, and it's the new Royal Caribbean ship that's just being launched. And fortunately enough, a perk of the job, I'm going on there tomorrow to do some filming.
Fabulous.
Yeah, for Planet Cruise.
So we might be seeing that film in here.
You will do, yeah. We're going to go on, we're going to film all the new facilities on there. They've got the North Star, which is the first one of its kind, which is the big crane that leans off the side of the ship. So we get the perfect views 360. And we're going to sample all the restaurants, the bars, and just make sure everything's okay for everybody. And we'll pass all that information back to the people in the next few days.
That does look an incredible ship. Great looking
special,
ship, isn't it?
Really special, that one.
Can we all come tomorrow?
No, sorry, it's invite only. You've got to be... we've got to have some perks.
Fabulous. Now, we have got, of course, our 15th birthday, and we have got a special for our cruise show as well. We've got £15 per person off your next cruise. Now, all you need to do is go onto the website, allthew's.planetcruise.tv UK, and then / and all you need to pop in there is 15, and that'll take you through to the website. So all the W's, planetcruise.co.uk / 15. There's a form there for you just to very quickly fill in, and that will then allow you £15 off per person. Now, the wonderful thing is, if you actually do that before Monday, you can actually have that £15 and use it on your next cruise anyway through the next of the year, so until the end of the year, till the 31st of December. But we need to start because we've got so much. I'm so excited about everything that we've got coming up. But we're starting with a cruise a cruise liner that I love. It is Thompson Cruises. It's on the Thompson Dream. It's a really great way to start cruising. It's a really great way to just get the atmosphere of a cruise ship. And the brand itself, I mean, I know both of you know about the brand. A fabulous brand, a great entertainment.
Yeah. I mean, one of the great things about Thompson as well is if you're new to cruising, this is a great way to start it. And this particular cruise, I mean, this is a great example of what Planet Cruise does best.
Yeah.
Is 7 days on a great ship, which is nice and relaxed. And then 7 days in Palma, which Glenn used to live over there, so
I used to live there, so I know it very well. So
place.
yeah, it was a home destination of mine last year. So we'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But Thompson's brilliant ship, very informal, great entertainment, food, and the feedback we get from our guests is they go back year after year. So
again,
it must
yeah,
be doing
it is
a good job.
a lot of repeat customers. So let's have a little look at the ship itself. They are an incredible cruise, and Keith went on board, and they'll talk you around exactly what you are going to see.
With its uniquely British product, small, intimate ships, a great range of cruise and stay options, all tips included, an unrivaled number of regional airports you can fly from, plus a generous baggage allowance. It's little wonder that Thompson Cruises is turning heads. They boast one of the highest levels of repeat passengers in the industry, and after 6 years working for them, I can tell you why. They are without doubt the friendliest ships afloat. Some friends of mine who cruise a lot always pack 2 sizes of clothing. One for the start of the cruise, thank you, and one for the end. And once you've tasted the food on board, you'll understand why. It's international cuisine with a British twist. And with open sitting as standard, you won't need to rush trying to keep to the ship schedule. You can set the pace and enjoy up to 7 meals a day. Trust me, it's possible. Whether it's a freshly poured pint in a nightclub or sipping a cocktail of the day poolside, each of the bars on board Thompson ships enjoys a unique and special personality. With honest low prices, juggling waiters and service with a smile, you're never more than 2 minutes walk away from a refreshing aperitif. The Thompson Cruises has some of the best entertainment afloat. In a 2-week cruise, you'll see no fewer than 10 full production shows and some great comedy from award-winning UK guest artists. Add to that fantastic interactive game shows, cabarets, and all singing, all dancing deck parties, and you really won't want to go back to your cabin. There is lots and lots of choice with the accommodation on board Thompson ships, from insides through to stunning suites. All are en suite, offer 24-hour room service and 2 turn-downs a day. The only surprise you're going to encounter is what your hand towel will be transformed into when you return every night. My favourite was always the monkey with the sunglasses.
Fabulous ship, amazing deal. I mean, under £58 per person per night, which is crazy. But going to some beautiful places, and of course 14 nights, you've got that stay as well, which is going to be fabulous.
Yeah.
So talk us through where we're going.
First of all, you fly out to Palma, and then you're going to be hitting the first port of Olbia, which is Italy. Now, this is the gateway to Sardinia. It's a lovely sort of mix of medieval culture, and in fact, there's actually a couple of museums there which actually predate the Romans as well.
Wow.
So some great things to see there while you're there. Also, lots to do out and about as well. There's lots of boat rides, lots of bike trips that you can do as well. You can go across to Corsica. I know we're going to be touching on Ajaccio a little bit later on in the show. That's one really to look forward to. Then we're on to Sorrento. Now this is just lemon groves after lemon groves after lemon groves. We were actually talking about this earlier on, and we were saying about how big the lemons are.
We were huge. They can wear sunglasses, I've heard. They are massive.
We'll have to get some photographs of them.
Perfect for a good gin.
Oh, definitely. and of course, great for limoncello as well. But then, of course, you've got these lovely red roof buildings, all the terracotta tiles. You've got those lovely sandy beaches as well. And if you get those sort of lovely little marinas, this is where you find the best places to eat because, of course, Mediterranean cuisine is absolutely beautiful. Then we're going to touch on Rome. Now, we're only going to just briefly touch on Rome now. We're going to focus on it a little bit later on the show, but, of course, it's all there. You've got the Vatican City. You've, of course, got the Sistine Chapel, the Colosseum as well. And you can't go to Rome without the Trevi Fountain as well.
No, the most amazing place. And then where are we off to after that? We've seen so much already.
Well, I mentioned this earlier on at Ajaccio, Corsica. It's the home of Napoleon Bonaparte. So if you do like history, if you like, again, French culture, great place to go. I always remember Corsica as well. They have some great liquor shops. Some of the stuff, if you collect, you know, when you go around the world, I don't know whether Glenn did this as well when you're on ships.
Oh, I was always collecting booze.
You find the most amazing things.
And you bought it home, or did you drink it there?
Oh, no, both. goes out of date, doesn't it?
Of course, yeah, you've got some great stuff there. There's also a tortoise protection centre. So if you do like a little bit of animal wildlife, then you've got to go there. And one place, Cargés, you've got to go there. A little Greek town on Corsica. Definitely one to tick off. Then you're heading off to Spain and Palamos. Now this is just a beautiful fishing village, and the great thing about this is you've got just along the coast, of course, you've got Barcelona. You've got fantastic architecture. I mean, look at the colours that you've got
that's
there.
the thing, isn't it? The colours of the sea and the sky and the greenery as well. It just looks amazing. Look at those beaches.
Great thing about the Med is, you know, you've got this the Metropolis, which is great for shopping, which, you know, you've got to have a little bit of retail therapy when you're on holiday.
It's a really, really good mixture.
Yeah, but then you've just got to enjoy the beach as well. Then we head off to Palma. Now, this is where the end of the cruise sort of culminates, really. Palma's a fantastic port if you're actually cruising in and out there just for the day, but you get 7 days to spend in Palma. Now, I've been in and out of Palma. It's a great place, lovely food as well.
I love it.
Glenn's actually lived over in Palma.
You must tell us, you will know all the secrets.
Something special as well going on next year, isn't it?
No, I've lived in Palma for 4 years, and we were fortunate enough to go back last year to live in Palma for the summer.
How wonderful!
And then we've just had a little baby girl a couple of weeks ago. Thank you very much.
Wow.
And we're actually getting married in Mallorca next year.
Oh,
So
lovely!
Helen and us are going to get married after 40 years of trying to get away with it.
And what a perfect place. It's got to be a wonderful place if you're chosen to marry there.
It's not just the beaches, which are famous in Palma as well. There's so much to go and see. We've got a 4T hotel over there in Calabona, which is on the east coast of the island, the Hotel Levante. And from there, it's a great base to go and explore the island. You've got the Caves of Drac, you've got Valdemossa, you've got the Soyer train, which is the old wooden-style train that goes across the tracks there. If not, just hire a car and go out for the day. With the hotel that we have there, I recommend hiring a car for the 7 days because there's so much to explore. As I said, I've been there for 4 years and I've seen just a small percentage of the actual place itself. Again, half board in the hotel, great place to go and see, and at that time of year should be absolutely beautiful there.
I mean, how perfect is that? You've got 7 nights cruising on a great ship, great food, great entertainment, and then you've got 7 nights stay. I think this would be my personal perfect
People love
holiday.
it because they do the cruise first and they're busy doing things in all the ports of call, and then after that they can just relax in the hotel, say hire a car, go and sit on the beach, have a few drinks and just take it nice and easy.
You see, I am sold already. Do remember, you have got a different phone number to normal. If you do want to ring up, they're there to help. But have a little look at what's included, because what you've got here is so much for so little. When you think under £58 per person per night.
Great value.
For all of that. So you've got 7 nights on board, you've got 7 nights as well stay. I mean, just a wonderful place that you will see so many beautiful, beautiful things and scenery. All you need to do is jump on the phones or get onto the website. You will notice as well there is a code there, 83576, gives you the actual correct cruise when you mention that on the phones or on the website. But do check out all regional flights as well, because that's the great thing with Planet Cruise. You can change and alter virtually all and everything if you want to stay a little bit longer or if you want to change our flight from somewhere else.
Yeah, that's the great thing, and you know, always ask, you know, because if it hasn't been asked before, you might be able to do it.
No, the team are there to help you. You know, we have the flights that go out, and Thompson's are one of the best because they have regional airports, so they can fly from around the country. And you know, again, they'll let you know the prices, and if the availability is there, we'll obviously get the cruise sorted.
Now have a look at the prices, because the prices are quite incredible. Great deals, and you can see there May and June, so you've got 3 great dates and some really incredible prices on that. I mean, £799 for, I mean, we're talking 2 weeks, and off the brochure price we are talking £520, so you really have got an incredible saving, but you do need to book those now. And of course you've got that extra £15 if you register on the website as well. But let's move on to our next cruise. It's Celebrity Cruises. The Celebrity Eclipse, one of our absolute favourites. I mean, it's a #1 travel agent to Celebrity Cruises.
Yeah. One thing that's great about Celebrity as well is they've got the largest standard staterooms in the industry. So if you do like space, it's going to be great for you. The ship is fantastic as well. And of course, going in and out of Southampton, you know, for those of you that don't like to fly,
this is perfect, isn't it? If you don't like flying, or if you just like to take a lot of luggage, which tends to be me, you can take a lot of luggage because you're not going on that plane. Let's have a little look. Keith is on board. He's going to show us around.
Launched in 2010 by round-the-world English yachtswoman Emma Pontin, the multi-award-winning Celebrity Eclipse is one of the most beautiful and well-designed ships I've ever had the pleasure of sailing on. She offers cruisers the very latest in comfort and innovation in a sophisticated and stylish manner. Each one of Eclipse's 12 bars has its own unique feel. You can enjoy the romance of a sail away from the grassy knolls of a Sunset Bar up on the Lawn Club, or try a new wine or two at Cellar Masters. Cocktail lovers will adore the oodles of choice at the very special mixology bar, but if you really want my advice, then you must join the fun here at the Martini Ice Bar. Amazing cocktails, tasty caviar and juggling bartenders. There are 10 amazing restaurants to choose from, so as you cruise around the world, so do your taste buds. You can dive into a delicious plate of true rustic Italian cuisine at the Tuscan Grill, devour a plate of filet mignon in the French-themed and Michelin-star quality Muranos. But for something that sums up celebrity in a nutshell, you simply must try cuisine. Cool, contemporary and slightly offbeat, the menu presented on an iPad includes sushi lollipops, lobster escargot, popcorn fish and chips and disco shrimp. Eating has simply never been so much fun. A celebrity cruise offers you the chance to stimulate your mind while having fun and even take home a new skill. Daily enrichment opportunities abound with hands-on art classes, Rosetta Stone language courses, engaging public speakers and even the chance to polish your drive or learn Zumba. But best of all is this place, the Lawn Club. Real grass, expansive views, live concerts, lawn bowls, croquet and of course the excellent hot glass show. The plush main theatre on board of Celebrity Eclipse offers cutting-edge shows to rival the West End, Vegas and Broadway, with musical theatre tribute shows and song and dance spectaculars. Why not enjoy some wine and cheese while staring at the stars during an alfresco concert on the lawn, or take in one of the award-winning European circus shows full of magic and mystery. All of Celebrity Eclipse's staterooms offer true modern luxury. The design is smart and fresh and contemporary, and they all offer a great range of sumptuous amenities such as fluffy bathrobes, deluxe toiletries, Egyptian cotton bed linen and complimentary 24-hour room service. From comfortable inside staterooms through to these gorgeous suites which feature floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic balconies and your own private butler.
Wow, 5-star absolute luxury. It's going to be a fabulous holiday. Where are we going? Going to some of my favourite places, guaranteed sunshine. So let's have a little look exactly where we are going. We're sailing from Southampton, which I love.
Yeah, and it's a great sail away from Southampton as well.
It's
a great
amazing,
sort of
isn't it?
pomp and ceremony as well. You've got a day at sea, and then of course you're into Vigo. Now this is a great way to just ease your way, find your way around the ship, and then of course you're straight into your first port. Great cafes there, isn't it, Glenn?
Yeah, we've been to Vigo a number of times. The ships tend to use this as one of their first ports of call.
Right.
And so you've got a nice day at sea on Celebrity just to experience it. And just feedback we get from our guests that phone in all the time. Some people won't go with anyone else but Celebrity. They love the ship themselves, great service. And then again, once you get into the port of call the first day there, off you go into Vigo. Very easy to walk into town there. Brilliant bars and restaurants. Good for shopping as well. Good to get your bargains. Always bottled to get some of that liquor we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Get some cheap bottles to start off with.
Getting a bit worried about you.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, this is what it does. But again, it's a great place to go and see. Do some shopping there. And as I said, that a really, really good restaurant. Some of my favourite restaurants there.
And then we sail on to somewhere where I'm going next month.
You're going there? Have you ever been there before?
Yes.
Because
yeah, I worked out in Portugal.
Lisbon is just
Lisbon's
fantastic. It's one of my favourite ports. First of all, you've got a fantastic view from the ship because, of course, you've got the San Francisco Bridge. It's actually the 27th largest suspension bridge in the world.
Oh, God.
And just opposite there, everybody calls it the Christ the Redeemer statue. It's actually Christ the King. And it was inspired by one of the cardinals went over to Rio, saw it and brought it back, the actual concept over there. You've got to do the trams, the cable cars, usual stuff when you're abroad, you know, that applies. You just go careful, you know, just be aware around you. But you've got to have chicken and chips and rosé in Lisbon.
It's famous, isn't it?
It's famous. Get right, just walk on up through.
That's where you'll find all the crew.
Here's the Bell End Tower as well. You've got to go here. There's some fantastic architecture. And one thing that's just down on the quayside, if you just want to walk, it's a lovely little marina with some great restaurants. And then here is the St Vincent Monument to the Discoveries as well. If you like your history, then definitely go there.
Fabulous. We've then got a relaxing day at sea and we're moving on to where?
We're going on to Gran Canaria.
Yeah, we're going down to the Canaries. Now, the great thing with the Canaries is they have got the best climate in the world.
Yes.
Second to none. So even in the middle of the winter, it's still 24, 25 degrees. Fortunate enough, I've had the pleasure of living in both of these islands. I've lived in Gran Canaria and Tenerife. So we're going to start off with Gran Canaria, first of all. Brilliant place to go and see. Once you get out of the main port itself, I would recommend one of these, maybe taking one of the tours. And again, Planet Cruise does offer excursions. So you can phone into us and we do them about 60% cheaper.
Which is great, and you can book before, so you know
you
you've
can book
definitely
before,
got it.
so you know, and you can also budget as well, so you know when you've paid that money, you know what you've got left to spend. But again, some great ports of call to go and see. You can go out into the sand dunes in Maspalomas, you can go go down to Playa de Ingles, over to Puerto Rico, and as I said, 2 different sides of the island. And again, you might even think about hiring a car for the
and
day.
then we
or
can
whatever
move
you
on
wanna
to
do.
Tenerife.
Tenerife again, brilliant. Up in Porto de la Cruz, the north part of the island. Fabulous Lido there, great promenades. We were there last year, and the guests loved it. They just went for walks and strolls, or you can go to Mount Teide and take in one of the tours, or maybe go and see all the fuss down in Playa de Americas, which is where it's all very, very lively. And again, that's the other part of the island there as well.
2 fabulous islands. Where are we going to next?
We're going to one of my favourite ports, Madeira, Funchal. It was actually one of the favourites for Winston Churchill.
Really?
There's Reed's hotel that he used to stay at, and I don't know whether you've seen this chap, Glenn, but just down one of the alleyways there was a chap that used to sell cigars, and he had a picture of Winston Churchill claiming that he sold him a cigar. Obviously it wasn't, it might have been perhaps one of his grandparents. It's got that lovely feel. Of course, you've got the wonderful flower market there, and you cannot go to Madeira without doing the toboggan run. It's a wicker basket similar to these chairs, and these guys will literally push you down these steep slopes and control you all the way down. It's crazy, but you've got to do it.
Sounds crazy. I don't know if I'd dare do it, but do send us photographs if you do. Now we're having another relaxing day at sea, and where are we heading to now?
Going to La Coruña
Then
in
it's
Spain.
La Coruña in Spain, which again is another popular destination. I really thoroughly recommend going to the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Santiago de Compostela. It's about an hour from La Coruña, so it's a bit of a trek going yourself. So again, we have tours, and we can do that for you. But the UNESCO World Heritage Site there is fantastic. You get normally a half a day, so you can do that in the morning, and then maybe do some shopping in the afternoon in La Coruña,
which is fabulous. And remember, you can always ring up and ask about those excursions as well. We've got another relaxing day at sea, and that's taking us back to Southampton after a fabulous cruise. I really do fancy this one. It's just some beautiful islands, and you know you're going to get a bit of sunshine as well. Glenn, sadly, you are from the call centre. They need you back. We need to send you back right now. They're busy.
They can't cope without me, but I will be back. I promise you. They will let me out.
It's been lovely to have you with us.
Great to be back.
I'm glad they've let you out this week.
Thank you.
But
and I'm sure
you've got to head back.
I have.
But let's have a little look at exactly what we've got included in this deal, because again, we really have got some fantastic extras with this. You have got a free onboard spend there if you actually to go for a state room of the ocean view or above, so that's incredible. And also a free case of wine delivered to your door if you book an ocean view or above. So definitely reasons to book. And don't forget to add on as well if you want to stay that night in the Marriott in Southampton the night before. Now it's £75 per person, and you get all your parking for that and transfers, and of course it's deposit only. So have a look at the prices. Remember, you have got an ID number as well for this cruise, so your prices are all there. All you need to do is the ID number, which is 78640, and you have got, again, great savings. You're saving a huge £430 per person off the actual brochure price, so loads of reasons to book. Now, we've also got as well the Aqua. Now, this is an Aqua class, isn't it? Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, I mean, this is great because what you've got is a lovely spa that's on board the ship, and it is really about indulgence. You've got access to a speciality restaurant as well, so it's not just indulging the body, but of course lighting up the taste buds. You've got the Persian garden, beautiful bathrobes that you get when you go in there, and it just really is one of those things that just finishes off what is a great relaxing holiday.
Absolutely perfect. But we've got to move on because there's still so much more to show you. So we are moving on from P&O to, we are going to P&O, the Orianna. So let's have a little look at where we're going with the Orianna. Let's have a little look at the ship itself. And we've got, again, Keith on board.
Launched by Her Majesty the Queen, P&O Cruises Orianna is a much-loved household name. This beautiful classic ship has been exclusive to adults since its multi-million-pound refit in 2011. And at just 69,000 tonnes, she has a warm intimacy that will sweep you off your feet in moments. Coffee lovers can indulge in Orianna's very own Costa coffee outlet, while those who like to drink with a view will adore the aptly named Crow's Nest. The iconic Anderson's Bar is where P&O's impeccable service is summed up in a warm and welcoming smile. But for me, it's all about this place, the Lord Tavern's Bar. Trust me, if you're a sports fan, you'll be bowled over. With numerous dining options, including Marmite for breakfast or bread and butter pudding for dessert, I'm already sold. It's high-quality, classic British cuisine, although at the Alfresco Cafe, it's infused with Mediterranean favourites such as pizza and pasta. To celebrate in style, you can book a table at Marco Pierre White's Ocean Grill or choose the stylish Sorrento's, where your fillet of beef is cooked right in front of you. With a range of activities taking place throughout the day, you really will struggle to fit everything in, from pub quizzes to sports tournaments, dance lessons, informative talks and interactive demonstrations. You'll be spoilt for choice. Thankfully, you don't need to remember when and where everything is going on, because you have this, the Horizon. It's your daily ship's newspaper, and it's delivered to your cabin every night for the next day. Sometimes, though, you may just want to sit back and do nothing at all. Bliss. I always say if you're spending too much time in your cabin, then you're not making the most of the cruise. But when you do actually decide to sleep, the surroundings on board Orianna will be very pleasing on the eye. With 8 different types of cabin to choose from, they're elegant, warm and welcoming, and offer something for all tastes and all budgets. Now, where's that room service menu?
18 nights, can you imagine? That looks absolutely incredible. Let's see where we're going, because that is so important. 18 nights, and this looks fabulous.
Yeah, again, it's another great sail out of Southampton, of course. The Great British Sail Away, P&O is massive on that. Relaxing day at sea, and then into Porto, the birthplace of port. Lovely cobbled streets. It's recognised by UNESCO as well. But the nice thing is, where you get these tourist locations where it's just absolutely swamped, it's actually quite quiet here. So when the ship's in, it's just yourselves. There's one little thing you've got to do. There's a bookshop called Lello that dates back to 1906, and it just looks like something off of a film. It's just literally books everywhere.
Wonderful.
Then you've got another couple of days at sea. Enjoy the ship. That's
Absolutely.
the great thing. And then we're into Barcelona. We're just going to skim over this because we're going to talk about Barcelona later. But of course, you've got the La Ramblas, and of course you've got the famous cathedral as well. Yeah, we'll come back to that later on.
I'll go back time and time again, but we'll go into more detail later.
Yeah, we're then off to France. We're off to Toulon. Now, this is actually France's main naval base. So if you've got anybody that's interested in ships and maritime history, this is definitely the place to go. But it's not the only thing. There's loads of museums as well. There's lovely views. There's 9 times out of 10 in a cruise port, there's always a little funicular railway to go up and have a look. And you've got, I mean, look at the views there. It's just brilliant. Then we're off to Santa Margherita in Italy. Now, this is actually a quiet fishing village compared to some of the other big ports like Portofino, and it's a really charming resort. I mean, you can see the architecture there. It's a mixture of old and new. The cafes here and restaurants and bars around the harbour, it's just the place where you go for a nice chilled glass of wine, lovely Mediterranean cuisine, and Portofino, of course, great shopping. It's just a short bus ride.
Just what you want for your holiday, and then somewhere you've got to go.
Yeah, this is a biggie. This is the real highlight. It's Florence and Pisa. Now, if you've been on a cruise before and you've been to Pisa, get out into Livorno, but here, I mean, you can see the famous bridges where you've got all the jewellers there. Fantastic architecture. Of course, you've got some very famous pieces of art like the Birth of Venus and Michelangelo's David, the famous statue as well, or the several versions of it, as you can see there. Then you're on to Capri. Now, Glenn was talking about Capri earlier on. This is a place to keep your camera near you. Apart from it being beautiful, apart from it being absolutely dripping in wealth, it is celebrity spotting city.
It really is.
If you read your glossy magazines and you see where people go, where they've been spotted, just all I'm going to say is Capri, keep your camera close to you. Then you're going to be coming into Messina. Now this is Godfather country. You can actually visit some of the sets where the Godfather was actually filmed. So yeah, when I say Godfather country, quite literally.
Wow.
So you know, don't mess with the boys. Then you got Mount
Etna.
That was
quite good.
Yeah, no horses' heads or anything like that, though. Let's swiftly move on. Then we're on to Cagliari. Now, this is Sardinia. I love Sardinia. I love Corsica, mainly because of the culture. You've got the French, you've got the Italians there. It's just amazing. You've got some of the best pizzerias as well and ice cream stores along the seafront that you're ever going to find. Another relaxing day at sea, and then what better way to finish off heading back to Southampton, a little bit of home. Gibraltar was my first ever port.
Was it really?
And I remember walking up and thinking, right, I'm in Spain now, and seeing a red telephone box and thinking, this is just like being at home. Got to go up the rock. Needless to say, the monkeys up there, just go careful.
Incredible.
They will have everything out of your hands. I'm sure you've seen the videos, but you've got to do it. Some great cable car rides, and again, great colonial history. Then you're going to be popping in to Seville. Now, this is a lovely way to finish off the actual cruise itself, because of course it's just that laid-back Spanish way of life. Of course, you've got all the culture, flamenco dancing, you've got bullfighting as well. and a little bit of Moorish influence. So you've got the Moroccan influence as well. Couple of days at sea and then back to Southampton. Just a great cruise.
Great cruise, 18 nights, no fly. Let's have a little look at what is included. You've got huge saving £750 per person off the actual brochure price, under £56 per person per night. Don't forget to add on that stay. Now, this is a great way to start your holiday at the Marriott, and of course that's £75 per person. That's for parking and for your transfers. That's for 18 nights. Parking, which is normally about £11 per night, so you have got such a great deal, and you're staying in the hotel the night before. Jot down the ID number, which is 79381, and of course we do want you to tell us everything and stay in touch with us, and there's lots of ways to do just that. We have got the newsletter there, and of course you can get your brochure completely free of charge. You can ask for that on the phones 0800 781 5458. So loads of reasons to stay in touch and make sure you get that perfect cruise, which you always will do with Planet Cruise, because they really do make it bespoke to you. But we need to move on. Moving on now to our next cruise, and this is the Royal Caribbean. This is the Legend of the Seas. Let's have a little look at where we are off to, because this is going to be, I know, a great one. 14 nights. This is an amazing one.
This is one of those ones that if you've cruised the Med, you've cruised the Caribbean, you've got to do the Far East.
Absolutely. And for under £98 per person per night, this is a crazy price for the Far East.
You expect it's going to be expensive, but one of the great things about this value is the fact that you're getting a 5-star stay in a hotel in Singapore for 2 nights. So you fly over, you're going to experience it's got to be one of the best cities on the face of the planet, especially in Asia, to really experience that culture.
And we spend our first 2 days
nights
here.
Fabulous. A great way to acclimatise to it as well.
Absolutely, yes, that's a really good point.
Now, the thing with Royal Caribbean is that you've got such great ships. The actual Legend of the Seas itself went under a massive refit, so it's near enough a new ship. One thing that's great is the 10-storey glass atrium. This is actually part of their Vision class ships, which has got lots of glass, so the light is really let in. It's got all the Royal Caribbean signature facilities, the Children's Club, the rock climbing, the putting green. Great shows, as you'd expect, and you know, it really is about the ship on here, that you've got a fantastic ship, and then the location. Sometimes, you know, when you go on holiday, you've got a great hotel, but then you're going out, you're doing all these different day trips. With cruising, and especially with a ship like this, you've got that hotel, you've got that base, you've got the familiarity, the staff are just superb. You know, across the whole of the cruise industry, there's not really a bad service cruise line out there. Royal Caribbean excel at entertainment, and as you can see, the atrium that I was talking to you about there, also movies underneath the stars as well, great for families. I didn't mention too much about the last cruise. If you're looking for a cruise just for adults, no children, then P&O's great. On Orianna, but this is about families, really is.
It looks absolutely amazing. Your days are going to be filled, and the great thing is you do unpack just once, and then you see all these incredible different places. Yeah,
it's just a few steps off of the quayside. Now, out of Singapore, you're going to be heading over to a day at sea and then Koh Samui.
Right.
Koh Samui. How many people have you heard talk about Koh Samui? You go, oh, you've got to go there.
Oh,
this is your chance, and again at that great price as well. Sandy beaches. It is absolute Thailand beach capital. I mean, you know, all of the adverts that you see.
Paradise, isn't it? It is absolute paradise. Oh my goodness, that just looks amazing. So this is, I mean, already I'm bought on this. It looks incredible. Where are we moving to next?
We're off to a biggie. It's Bangkok. And this is an overnight on board, so you get to experience.
Fabulous.
Bangkok, Oriental City, you know the song, you've got to get out there. It's a real culture clash between a modern metropolis and then the old culture that comes through. All I've just got to say, you've got to go and see some of the shows out there.
Yes.
You know, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there's some crazy shows that are out there. And the food as well.
Oh, I love the fact we're overnighting
the curries,
here. So we could go and see a show. We could go out and eat.
Out and dine. And the great thing is as well, if you've been lucky enough to do Bangkok already, if you don't feel confident enough to venture out, you've got the ship. and it's
Brilliant.
on the quayside.
Lovely.
We're on then to Cambodia. Now, this is Cambodia's premier beach resort. This is all about the activities. It's a great place to go out and see some of the stuff. There are some tours available that go further afield. Not too sure whether it's available on this one, so just check with the guys when you book what's available. But Cambodia, great place of history. You've got another day at sea, and then you're into Vietnam. Now you're into Nha Trang. This is the capital of Vietnam for beaches. You know, this is... We were talking about Koh Samui and the great beaches. It's all the real hot spots for just white sandy beaches and crystal clear blue sea. Now, with this, you are really going to see, again, when you go around Vietnam, you can do it on a budget, or you can do it on 5-star, and all the beaches are really well equipped. That, you know, you've got fantastic toilet facilities, fantastic restaurants.
Wonderful.
Or you can just wander off down the streets and just see the little markets.
Great. And then where are we going next?
We're going to Ho Chi Minh City. Now, this is, of course, formerly known as Saigon. Again, if you love your musicals, you know, Miss Saigon.
Oh, it's an amazing musical.
You've got to go there because, you know, if you've seen the sets, that's just a little bit of the essence. Go and see it in the flesh. Of course, you've got a lot of history here from the wars that have been out there, and of course the communist north. It really is, again, they've preserved a lot of it. Some of it's gone, but some of the ancient pagodas and landmarks are there. It really is a great place to go.
And we're back then to Singapore.
Yeah, back to Singapore and then fly back to the UK.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime cruise, but not a once-in-a-lifetime price. Have a look at what you've got included. Can't believe we've got this under £98 per person per night. Of course, your return flights, which could probably cost you that much. You've got 2 nights as well in a 5-star hotel in Singapore. You're overnighting in Bangkok on board. Have a look at the prices. Only need a deposit today, and you have got 2 great dates there, something you are so going to look forward to. And all you need is that ID number, whether you're on the phones or the website, which is 85720, and so easy to, you know, book on the phones or just get onto the website and check everything out. The phone number is completely free of charge, and that website is there for you to view all and everything, and they will make that cruise always bespoke to you. Absolutely incredible. But we're moving on. We've got MSC coming up. Now, this again, top agent for MSC. Let's have a little look at MSC themselves, because brand-wise, again, another great ship.
Yeah, well, you know, we talked about P&O being the Great British. We've got Royal Caribbean, which is American. This is the European cruise line. This is where the Italians go to cruise. And it is, you know, it's a really great cruise line. The ships are fantastic. In particular for me, this one, I haven't actually been on the MSC line. This is the Divina, breathtaking atriums and a fantastic theatre. But for me, you've got the Yacht Club. Now, just ask the guys on the phones about the Yacht Club. There's some fantastic services that are available on there. For me, 4D cinema and an F1 simulator as well.
My word.
It just is one of those ones that for the guys, if you love your toys, then you've got something to play with.
I
really
saw the gym there as well. It'll do me. The sun's shining. I mean, you can see it's got that Italian sort of style, hasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Very
it's the flair, it's the panache. Great for families as well, and of course great for food. Now, with the actual cruise itself, I love this itinerary. It is one of the best itineraries that I've seen.
I looked at this, and this is some of the most beautiful places, places you must visit if you haven't, or places if you visited, I'd go back time and time again. And this is on a balcony as well, isn't it? So this is you're going to see as you sail in all these amazing places.
Well, the first thing that you're going to be doing, you're flying out to Genoa, and then, of course, you're going to be hitting one of my favourite ports. It is Cannes. Now, Cannes, the film festival, I don't know whether you get a chance to actually catch it. It's between the 13th and the 24th. It's just luxury. You know, this is one of the most expensive. I mean, you're just down the coast from Monaco and Nice. Again, you know, you look at the prices around there, it's crazy. Such a special place,
I think, absolutely.
The thing is, with the beaches here, you'll pay a little bit more to go on the beaches, but it's the services that you actually get. You'll actually get waiter service on some of the beaches. Yes, you'll have to pay for it, but they'll bring your drink down. And just peek over your sunglasses and see who's next to you. I was actually in a tiny little port just along the coast called Villefranche, and John Rocker the designer, was there, and I was like, I said to the other half, I said, look who it is. She's like, who is it? I went, I'm sure it's John Rocker. Nobody else is going to have a big Louis Vuitton handbag and a lovely Cartier watch with that. Other brands are available. Anyway, you're going to be heading then from Cannes to Parma. I like the contrast here because you're going from the glitz and the glamour, and then you go into somewhere really familiar. Glenn was talking about Parma earlier on. The food is fantastic here.
It's a great place, Parma.
You've got to taste it. If you like seafood, you've got to have the prawns and the hot garlic sauce. There's also around the back of the cathedral some fantastic little stores with some of the local doughs and pastries as well. Don't usually associate pastries and doughs with the Mediterranean, but you've got that there. Now, from Parma, you're going to Barcelona. Now, we skipped over this earlier on in the show. This is a fantastic port. There is so much to do here. You know, sometimes when you go on holiday with your family or with the other half, and sort of you want to do one thing, they want to do another. This is where you can do it. You've got La Ramblas. Street performers are fantastic there. I don't know whether he's still there, but there's a street performer that actually has performing dogs. Now, don't get me wrong, I love dogs, so, you know, don't think, you know, they're mistreated. They're dressed up in clowns' outfits, and it is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. So you've got to go along La Ramblas. Architecture's great because, of course, you've got Gaudi. Now, one of the most famous Gaudi buildings, you can't mention Barcelona without the Cathedral Sagrada Familia. It's literally been still in the making. It's like 90 years later. One side is new and one side is old, so you've almost got this sort of progression through.
Right.
There's a great little restaurant actually just next to it as well. Now, of course, what you're seeing on the screen there, football fans, you've got to go to the new camp, so you've got to go there. And of course, there's some of the Gaudi buildings as well that you've got to go and see there. Now, on to Naples. You've got a nice relaxing day at sea, and then into Naples. Big port, Pompeii, history. You've got to go there. You cannot go to Naples without going to Pompeii. If you've done this port before, perhaps if you've done Pompeii before, the actual port itself is famous for pizzas. It is the birthplace of pizza.
Really?
And one of the best places for coffee as well. If you do like your espressos, just go careful because you'll be surprised how strong they really are. But it's, you know, it's a great hustle and bustle of the city, one of the oldest cities actually on the Italian coast. Then from Naples, well, we're heading into Rome, into Civitavecchia. A little bit of a journey in from the port. Civitavecchia itself is a great little port, but Rome is where you're going to see the highlights. Colosseum. This is, you've got to see it. It's a lot to fit in, but you've got to do the Colosseum, you've got to do the Vatican City, you've got to do the Trevi Fountain, Spanish Steps. There's so much to do in Rome. One little tip, if you want to see the Sistine Chapel and you want to see the famous painting on the ceiling, just go through the museum. You've just got to get in, go. Everybody will be standing there. So, little tip there from somebody who's done it. Then back to La Spezia, and of course you're going to be disembarking and then flying back to London.
Let's have a look what's included. You have, again, got so much in this cruise and so many great dates here as well. It is an exclusive free upgrade to all-inclusive when you're booking that balcony. The prices you're seeing are for a balcony as well, which are incredible prices for a balcony. And with these ports, a balcony is just going to be absolutely amazing. And, of course, it's actually under £143 per person per night. So have a look at those prices. Have a look at the dates. And remember, all you need is the ID number, which is 84332. So check everything out. When you're on the phones, ask about the excursions. It's well worth booking those up prior to going away. You get great discounts booking before you actually cruise, but also it makes sure you've definitely got that actual excursion. Sometimes a lot of people want to do that same excursion and you can be too late. So many reasons to get onto the phones to check out the website as well. But we're moving on now to Princess Cruises, a cruise line very close to my heart. And the Ruby Princess, my best friend, actually took this ship out when it first came out. Let's have a little look at where we're going. This is another, oh my goodness, I've got to do this cruise, because this is amazing, isn't it? Las Vegas is involved in this.
We all said this when we saw the actual itinerary. It is a bucket list that you've got to do. You've just got to tick this off. If it's a big occasion, big birthday, if it's perhaps a honeymoon, whatever if you celebrated a big anniversary, you've got to go there. Luxor, Las Vegas, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Vegas, baby. You've got to hit the casinos. Just go careful because you'll walk in there and you just lose the sense of time. It's one place that I've always wanted to go to.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great excursions as well out there. Great places like the Hoover Dam. And of course some great helicopter rides as well, so just check with the guys if there's any tours available on that one. You've got 2 days to spend in Vegas, and well, all I'll say is make sure your batteries in your camera are charged up because you're going to be snapping away. Some fantastic places like the Bellagio as well, the water fountain and the water show if you get to catch that at night. Then you're going to be going from Vegas. Now wait, this is like a rock star's itinerary. This is from Vegas to LA. It's just...
We've got an incredible cruise, but we've also got a fabulous ship as well, because we're on Princess. Now, Princess is a brand that I really know, because my partner worked for them for years. They are beautiful ships.
And I'm right in thinking the Ruby is a Grand Class as well,
yes.
isn't she? Yes, it's a real signature ship with the sort of the shopping handle at the back. Just absolutely lovely. Now, one of the great things about Princess is the choice of dining, anytime dining. It's just slightly more relaxed and less formal. So, you know, you've been out in Vegas, then you're on the ship. Enjoy it. There's some really great little Italian pizzerias on board as well, and loads of deck space. That's one of the benefits of having a larger ship. Is, you know, there's plenty of space.
That's the wonderful thing. There is plenty of space. The actual people on board are incredible as well. Beautiful people. And the wonderful thing is we've got a little clip of actual film, and this is going to, again, take you on board a Princess ship so you can see how fabulous it's going to be.
Princess Cruises first set sail in 1965 with a single ship cruising to Mexico. Today, the line has grown to become the 3rd largest cruise line in the world.
Princess is known for being a bit of an industry innovator because over the years they've introduced so many new features and experiences on board their ships that have been so popular, other cruise lines are now copying them.
Among them are affordable balconies on many of the ship's outside cabins, as well as 24-hour dining, and a choice of dining venues and flexible dining times. Princess ships also debuted features such as Movies Under the Stars and the Sanctuary Adults-Only Oasis.
In the fitness centre you'll find all the latest equipment, plus a range of classes including cycling, Pilates, yoga, stretch and abs. But if chilling out and being pampered is more your thing, then you might want to head up here, to the tranquil environment of the Lotus Spa.
With a menu of dozens of calming and rejuvenating treatments, the Lotus Spa is guaranteed to be one of the highlights of your cruise.
Throughout the day on your Princess cruise, the chefs are busy preparing your next memorable meal. All bread, cakes and pastries are baked 3 times a day. All sauces are prepared by hand.
Specialty restaurants include Sabatini's, Princess's signature Italian restaurant. The Crown Grill offers a variety of premium beef and seafood dishes.
But tonight's formal night and I've decided to eat in the main restaurant. As I'm booked on anytime dining, I can just turn up and eat at whatever time I like. Princess are known for their dynamic and exciting production shows with some of the largest casts at sea. Tonight we've got a 70s theme with Blame It on the Boogie.
All shows are produced in-house and feature lively music and stunning choreography, featuring one of the largest casts at sea. As well as shows, you can enjoy a night of stand-up comedy, a game show, a sing-song in the piano bar, a romantic dance, or just a quiet night with friends in a lounge bar.
Something completely different. How about a movie under the stars? It's a signature feature of all Princess ships, and it's a great way to end the day.
My goodness, first time we've seen this with a Las Vegas stay and then getting on board the ship, which is just beautiful. But let's see where we're going on board, because this is somewhere I really want to go, or some places that I'd really like to go to, because we're going to the Hawaiian Islands, which is fabulous.
And the thing is, there's so much that if you were just calling in there for one day, there'd just be too much to do. You have got, I think it's 4 days, 4 days that you're going to be in here to experience a fantastic island, an amazing culture, and some great history as well. I mean, needless to say, as you can see, the water sports are fantastic. Great whale watching. I'll be talking about that a little bit later on when we come to the final day in Maui in Hawaii. But of course, the first day you're in Hilo, and this is just the paradise of black sand beaches. Of course, you've got a lot of volcanic activity around there, and some of the most active volcanoes in the world. It's the highest mountain in that particular region as well. It's nearly 14,000 feet above sea level.
Gosh.
Now you've got the Volcanoes National Park, you've got the Tropical Botanical Gardens as well, and it really is, it's almost, if you imagine like going to somewhere like Jurassic Park, you've got all that botanical history, millions of years. That's what's sort of captured in Hawaii. You can see there the wonderful volcanoes, and you've got to go to Waipio Valley as well, which is just a lush green valley, once a meeting place for the Hawaiian Kings. Then we're going to be moving on to Honolulu. Now, you know, this is again a classic port. You can't go here without going to Pearl Harbor and, of course, visiting the USS Arizona Memorial as well. It's one of the top tourist destinations in Hawaii, of course, because of its history. You've got the Pali Lookout as well, a real favourite stop. And then, of course, the Diamond Head crater. This is actually, the name comes back from the 1800s when the British sailors actually sailed in. The wonderful sort of minerals that were in the crater look like diamonds shining, hence the name Diamond Head crater. Then we're off from Honolulu to Kauai. Now, this is got to be outdoor activity central. Zip lining above a tropical forest canopy. You've got to do this. Hiking through the jungle, whitewater rafting as well. You've got the Fern Grotto there, and a 2-mile journey on the famous river leads you to that grotto. And look at that waterfall.
That looks amazing, doesn't it? The colours and the waterfall's incredible.
Yeah, it just looks like a shampoo advert, doesn't it?
It does actually, absolutely.
All these classic locations.
There. Now, where are we moving to next?
We're going to Maui, and this again, I said to you about looking for the local wildlife. This is one of the best places, not guaranteed, one of the best places for whale watching as well. This is humpback whale country.
Oh,
look
my
at that.
word.
If you're lucky enough to catch that, then it's never guaranteed, but it's definitely worth the day out there. Then you go in from Hawaii, you've got some great relaxing days at sea across to Mexico. And this is just, I love the way, you know, you've got Las Vegas, America Express, Los Angeles, rock and roll. Then you've got Hawaii, complete different culture, and then Mexico. It's just like, you look at the beaches there, the way of life as well. Mañana, just leave it.
I love Mexico.
This is one of the best places as well to pick up some trinkets to bring back.
Yes.
Because if you've got space in your suitcase, some of the best markets. So all the, you know, the real stereotypes of Mexican trinkets that you can bring back, that's the place to bring it back from. Silver jewellery, woven blankets, you've got to do that.
And then we're going back to Los Angeles.
Yeah, come back to Los Angeles and then fly back to Heathrow.
But if you wanted to stay in Los Angeles for a few days, of course, speak to them on the phones. They will get that booked up for you as well. This is what's included. It is an exclusive, brand new package. You have got so much there, 19 nights, and really does work out an incredible deal. Have a look at the prices. You've got some great dates as well, something for you to look forward to. I know you are going to absolutely adore that cruise. All you need is the ID number, and that is 97711. So book that one, because I think that is going to be, again, one of those once-in-a-lifetime cruises. And so many different, like you say, places that you're seeing. Starting Las Vegas is just incredible. I love it. I've loved, actually, all the cruises that we've seen in this hour. I was quite excited. It is our birthday, so remember, if you register online, you will get that extra £15 off per person. But let's have a little look at where we started. And we started at the very beginning. It was Thompson Cruises, which you absolutely love, and it was on Thompson Dream. Now, you have got some great dates. You've got 14 nights, and the great thing is this is a cruise and you have got a stay as well in Mallorca. Just a beautiful ship that gives you the really best entertainment. You've got really great food on board, quite casual. You can fly from London or Southampton, but there are regional flights as well, so do check that out. An amazing value for money, £58 per person per night, which is incredible. It's £520 off brochure price, and your ID number there is 83576. Our second cruise, 5-star Celebrity, of course, top agents for Celebrity. Planet Cruise are, and this is on the Celebrity Eclipse. You have got a no-fly here, 11 nights. It's Spain and Canary, huge savings, £430 off your actual brochure prices per person, and under £75 per person per night. You struggle to stay here in Peterborough for that. Deposit only. You've got some great extras as well, so look into those. And do add on that stay in Southampton as well for £75 per person. You'll actually get your free parking there, and they'll take you, of course, to the cruise the next day. And of course, your ID number there is 78640. If you're moving on with P&O, your actual ID number there is 79381, and this is an adult only on the Orianna, 18 nights. Again, you can stay at the Marriott and get that parking for 18 nights, £75 per person for the night, so you can stay over the night before. This is the Mediterranean. It's again a no-fly, which I absolutely love, and huge savings here. Saving £750 off your brochure price, so under £56 per person per night. Top agent for the Royal Caribbean, and that's our next ship. It's deposit only for this. You are going to love this. This is very much once in a lifetime, but not a once in a lifetime price. I can't believe you're going to the Far East for this deal. It's under £98 per person per night, which is just, that's crazy, isn't it? I mean, 14 nights of just the most amazing places to see. And of course, you have got that overnight on board in Bangkok as well. So a definite, oh yes, please. And don't forget, your ID number there is 85720. MSC Cruises. Now, the MSC Divina. Now, you have got 7 nights here. It's all inclusive. It's a Western Mediterranean cruise, so you've got some really great ports: Barcelona, Cannes, Palma. You've got some Naples. This is a super one. I put one of my favourites, actually. I love all these ports. Under £143 per person per night. And of course, if you get the balcony, which you've got there, you actually get a free upgrade to be an all-inclusive, so no extra costs on board. And of course, your ID number there is 84332. And our last one, top agent again for Princess Cruises, the Ruby Princess, 19 nights, another you must do. You've got dates in September, November, December and January. Hawaiian Islands and Las Vegas. You're starting in Las Vegas, which is incredible, for 3 nights. It's an exclusive package, brand new. Check all the airports for that as well if you want to go from a different airport. And of course, those 3 nights are already booked in the hotel in Las Vegas. 15 nights then on board the Ruby. Deposit only is all you need, and the ID number there is 97711. Check out the website, of course, all the w's.planetcruise.co.uk. If you /15, this is going to get you an extra £15 off per person. All you need to do is fill in your details there. Do that before Monday, and then you have got that to use for the whole year till the 31st of December. So just use that on your next cruise, and that of course is a happy birthday from Planet Cruise and from us here at Ideal World. It really has been a fabulous hour. I think there was a cruise for absolutely everybody, but if you're watching and thinking, well, that wasn't quite the right one for me, just get onto the phone lines. They're there to make that holiday bespoke for you. So whatever it is you are looking for, book those excursions first. You want to fly from another airport, you want to stay on later, of course you can. Now, we've just heard Thompson Dream's very, very busy for this one. So if this is the cruise that you would like, do get that booked up as soon as possible. But a big thank you. My first time working with Justin.
Yeah,
great,
lovely to see you.
It's been a fabulous hour, and it's great to have your background knowledge because you've been to all these places. And I love when you give us little tips as to where to eat, where to get good drink. It's all things that we need to know.
Go and try it.
So, yeah, absolutely. And cruising, I think, is something for everybody.
Oh, yeah, it really is a fantastic way of seeing so much, and the value that Planet Cruise is giving you as well. Get on the phones and speak to one of the guys.
And do stay with us. There's loads more on its way. Remember that voucher, an extra £15, but that's only, of course, for the birthday. We'll see you later.